Kodiak's due out for our next matchup. Mark Bendler's still working on the truck, and here comes USHRA official Glenn Cromwell with a message for him.
Mark, you got 3 minutes.
We're going. Get it done, we'll be there.
All right.
So Mark Bendler and Kodiak are on the clock. Can he make it in 3 minutes? We'll find out when Monster Wars return. Bendler and Kodiak were on the clock. They had 3 minutes to get Kodiak ready and at the line to race. Time's running out.
On him.
Kodiak can't get going. That means Gravedigger will face Wayne Smolzanek and Tropical Thunder. A tough break for Bendler, a good break for Wayne Smolzanek, who's with Jim Davidson.
Wayne, a stroke of good fortune. Kodiak went into the wall. He's not coming back. You're going to replace him, but you're coming back against the Gravedigger. What are you going to have to do to beat him?
Well, Dennis is a good runner. I'm going to have to get off the line good, get him between the cars, and get some power to the ground. Hopefully I get enough air like I did over you. I'll beat him.
Lucky break for Tropical Thunder. While we're waiting for him to come up to the line, we thought we'd give you a little lesson in how these monster tracks come to be. Here's everything you wanted to know about building a race course, but we're afraid to ask. Our expert is Randy Spraggins from Specialty Tracks of Akron, Ohio. He's got all the dirt on dirt tracks.
They call me the dirt guy. We build all types of tracks with dirt. We do dirt. That's what we do the best is go fast. We're quick in, quick out. The U.S. Hot Rod Association comes up with a format of a show, and then they put it all down on paper and hand it to me and tell me to build it. Building tracks gives me a challenge. Each week is a different situation, a different set of circumstances. You got different people, different weather. Somebody called me an adrenaline junkie not too long ago. They said I liked the pressure. The biggest difficulty in building a track of this size is basically getting all your facets of the whole job to come together all at the same time. We'll have, 40 hours of building, but we're doing that in like a 2.5 days time span. For this type of track, I'm using approximately 2,000 yards of material to build. Basically what we have is 3 different types of race courses in here. I like to build my own tracks instead of telling people. I can do a lot of pointing and showing, but it's almost easier if I just get on a machine myself and do it. And then there's that little bit of self-satisfaction in doing the job yourself, and you can say you did it. I like my tracks to be nice. I'll do everything in my power to make it right. If it's not done right, then I'm not happy.
Well, I don't envy Randy's job, that's for sure. He shows up to work at 6 a.m., finishes at 2 a.m. Always the first one there and the last one to leave? No thanks. But you know what? Randy probably is just about the most important guy in monster truck racing. Because without him, the drivers wouldn't have a dirt track to tear up, cars to crush, or even a start and finish line. And what better way to show off Randy's art than to send you out to the next race? Joe Lowe, give us all the dirt.
Well, the dirt is that Mark Bendler could not get Kodiak fixed after hitting the wall. Tropical Thunder got to come back, and he's going up against the most feared monster in the world today, Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger. Gravedigger falling behind in points to the world champion Barefoot. He would love to get a win here against Tropical Thunder. Tropical Thunder weighing into 10,300 pounds, 1,500 horsepower. The Gravedigger, 10,000 pounds, 1,435 horses. Now, Dennis Anderson sits up aboard Gravedigger. Wayne Smolzanek in Tropical Thunder. The green light. And a hole shot for Gravedigger. It's all Gravedigger! Tropical Thunder's only chance to defeat Digger would have been a great hole shot. He didn't get it. So Gravedigger moves on to the semifinals. Smolzanek loads himself up on the truck. He is out of there. And Gravedigger will be back.
Tropical Thunder made the obituaries, and I myself am closer to making the Monster War Gazette front page. I can see it now. Extra, extra. Gravedigger kills all. Then they'll deliver the bad news to everyone. I wonder if Howard Hughes got started this way.
We haven't talked about the fact that we're 1 mile high, and these trucks really are searching for power. Gravedigger seems to have things dialed in. Smozanic didn't, so Gravedigger gets the win. Simple as that. You gotta be set when you go up in the Rockies. Jim Davidson's in the pits with Digger.
Dennis, going into the semis, it's a matchup with you and Crusher, two North Carolina boys getting it on.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'd love to have those North Carolina finals. I'd rather get him in the finals, but hey, he's kind of fumbled his way back in the race here, but I guess you take him any way you can get him, and all I've got to do is just knock him down this round.
Oh, boy. Gary Porter doesn't think that's going to happen. That matchup between Digger and Crusher when Monster Wars return. This is the semifinals, and you might as well call this a final as far as Gravedigger and Carolina Crusher are concerned. These two are gonna go at it, head to head, tire to tire, bumper to bumper. Let's compare these two. Carolina Crusher, average time on this track, 5.47. Gravedigger, average time, 5.42. 0.05 of a second faster for Gravedigger. But can he do it again as he goes against Carolina Crusher? It's been 7 weeks since Crusher's been able to defeat Gravedigger in a head-to-head, toe-to-toe matchup. And now, inside Carolina Crusher on the start. A lot of bouncing. Oh, I thought Carolina Crusher was going to do it, but Digger took him out. Gravedigger wins a very close matchup between Crusher and Digger.
Crusher, I think they misspelled your name a bit here on death row. But you know my motto. It doesn't matter how you spell it, as long as you get the name right.
In one of those patented barefoot moves, it was Gravedigger coming from behind to defeat Carolina Crusher. On the start, both trucks look good. Actually, Crusher had a slight edge, and then it was all Digger as he powers up and over the finish line. Jim Davidson's with our winner, Dennis Anderson, in the Gravedigger pits.
Dennis, it looked like Gary got the whole shot on you, but you come out with the victory. What are you thinking right off the line?
Well, you know, I was going to cut a real good light. I got thinking about the light so hard, I didn't want a red light because I've been known to do that before. So I kind of hesitated at the line, and man, once the light went down, before I could get the truck to move, the light was green, and I just had to hammer on the motor, man, and just try to get him in the end.
Who will face Gravedigger in the finals? It may be Equalizer. He's got to come out and go past the world champion, Fred Schaefer, in the Barefoot Dodge. Both trucks, no strangers to this track here in Pueblo. Fred Schaefer aboard Barefoot, checks to make sure everything's all right. Equalizer driven by David Morris, the average time 5.14 seconds on this track to Barefoot's 5.36 seconds. Equalizer quite a bit faster than Barefoot so far today. And the question on everybody's mind is, can Barefoot defeat Equalizer?
Well, now, I'm the ultimate professor. I teach by example, and Barefoot, I'm gonna teach you a lesson in life and death when you show up. Be prepared to fail! And by the way, bring me an apple. Yeah!
They come to the line, Equalizer and Barefoot. Chevy against Dodge. The world champion against the former world champion. And Morris would love to have that title back. Wait for the green light, they rev up. A whole shot for Barefoot. He